Good afternoon. Welcome to Yoga with Ms. Gray, our last yoga session for this school year. We made it. What a great time to celebrate and be here and just let go of whatever we're carrying and start the summer fresh and take on some new roles. So I'm starting class with a quote by Oprah, and it is, "The biggest adventure you can ever take is to live the life of your dreams." And I think that is just a marvelous way to live life and begin our practice today, living the life of our dreams. I have a playlist. It's in the chat if you want to link it. I'm playing it here with me, but maybe if you can't hear it, you could always just play. Even if it's a delay, it's okay. It'll still be good. Maybe you like the music better than me talking anyway, so it's all good. So we're going to make our way onto our mat or towel or whatever space we're using today, and then start in a seated position. So find an easy seated, comfortable position with our feet crisscross applesauce, and then notice which leg is in front. We're going to make a switch. Today we're taking an adventure, and we're taking our non-dominant leg in front of our dominant one, just to make our brain go, whoa, what just happened to me? So we're going to start with the non-dominant leg forward, sitting tall, stacking our vertebrae, and just closing our eyes and taking a few deep breaths to just settle ourselves. Connect with the moment. Maybe placing one hand on our hearts and one hand on our belly, closing our eyes and just breathing in and out. Listening to our breath, noticing how we're feeling, becoming aware of all the different sensations that are in our body. Breathing in and out. And when we're ready, letting our hands come down. Today we're going to start class with a specific breathing technique. It's called Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. I teach it to all of my students in all of my classes, academic classes. It is a really wonderful breath to help bring in focus. It helps connect our right and left sides of our brain. So that's kind of our goal, is to reconnect, build some new neural pathways, grow our neuroplasticity. So there's actually a lot of science behind this breath that helps support us, and it's a really great if you find yourself in a moment of stress, panic, whatever, and you can take some time to do this, it will help slow everything down, reconnect your systems, and bring you into really good space. So for alternate nostril breathing, there are a number of ways to do it. I personally like to take my pointer finger and my middle finger together and place them in between my eyebrows. And then I use my thumb and my pinky to alternate back and forth my nostrils. Some people don't like that. Some people want to just use the thumb and pinky. Some people want to do opposite hands. So either one is absolutely fine. Whatever feels best to you. I just like my fingers being up in between my brow, helps me kind of close my eyes and bring myself into deeper into my own head. So we're going to start by closing our eyes and just setting up our hands for whatever variation of this we're doing. And then we're going to start by closing our left nostril. So my right thumb is off my right nostril. I'm inhaling through the right and closing it, releasing my pinky finger, exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left, closing it and exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right, closing it and exhaling through the left. Continuing on, at whatever pace we're breathing. Taking one more cycle through each nostril. And then just keeping our eyes closed and taking some normal breaths. Engaging where we feel. Do we feel connected and alive? Maybe even a little energized. And when we're ready, opening our eyes, making sure our spine is tall. I'm gonna move back onto my mat. Coco, my cat, is joining me today. We'll see how long she's here for. So sitting nice and tall, we're just gonna start with a nice spinal twist. So as we inhale, pulling our right shoulder back, looking over the shoulder, exhaling as we come back to center. And then inhaling as we come over the left shoulder, exhaling back to center. And just taking a gentle twist through our spine. Thinking about opening our heart, beginning our adventure, our yoga adventure today. Taking one more flow on either side. And returning back to center to a stacked spine. Inhaling as we bring our right hand up. Exhaling as we reach overhead and feel it stretch through the right side of our body. Bringing our hand back down, inhaling as we reach our left arm up. Finding some lateral flexion. We're feeling the stretch all the way down the side of the body. And then just gently moving side to side. Feeling a nice gentle stretch, opening through our side body. When we've been sitting a lot, our side needs to be opened a little bit. So we're opening up. Can we grow a little space in our ribs and make the distance between them on the outside of the body grow a little bit? Taking one more side to side flow. Coming back to center. And maybe if it feels good, returning to our twist through our spine. Or maybe giving ourselves a few shoulder rolls. What direction feels better? Or maybe we want to go one at a time. And then we're going to make our way up onto our hands and knees. With our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips, finding a flat back. Inhaling as we come into cow. And then exhaling as we tuck our hips and round our spine, pulling up through our belly button, finding cat. Arching into cow. Exhaling into cat and moving with our breath. No, Coco. And then finding our flat back and bringing our right shoulder toward our right hip and looking toward our right hip. Exhaling as we come back to center. Inhaling as we pull our left shoulder towards our left hip. So we're making like a little snake motion with our spine. Or maybe if we want to think about like a fish swimming or like a shark swimming. Finding that little flex through the side body again. And then focusing on our hips and just making some small circles with our hips. So we're tilting our pelvis, arching up a little bit to make those hip circles. And then switching direction. Coming back into our flat back, opening up our hands nice and wide, making sure we're in a wide what I like to call starfish hands. And then as we inhale, we're going to reach up with the right hand and extend our left foot back. And if we want, we can have fingers and toes on the floor, or we can lift our thumb and heel up. Exhaling as we come down. Inhaling as we switch sides. Alternate, opposite arm is leg. And imagining that we have a glass of water sitting on our spine, and our goal is to try to prevent any water from spilling. So keeping our back as flat as possible by pulling in our abdominals, holding tight through our belly. Taking one more flow on either side, and then the next time we have our right arm and left leg up. As we inhale, we're going to open out to the side. So my right leg is coming out to, or my left leg is coming out to the side, my right arm is coming out. Inhaling as I come across the body, and then opening back wide. So finding this kind of flow as I cross the midline with my arm and my foot. Pulling in tight with the belly. And if this is feeling not so good balance-wise, you can always come on the floor. Still crossing the midline. And then coming back to that nice long straight line, exhaling as we bring our hand and knee back down. Switching sides, extending my left leg and my right arm. Inhaling as I open out to the side. And exhaling as I come across the body. Taking one more flow. Exhaling as we bring our hands and knee down, and then pressing our hips back to our feet, finding child's pose. Connecting our forehead to the mat. We can leave our arms long or bring them by our hips, and then just gently starting a temple roll. Rolling our forehead side to side. And as we're here, thinking about the adventure of summertime, the changes that are coming, breathing in, and as we exhale, letting go, getting rid of our judgment, letting go of our expectations, letting go of any competition we have with ourselves. Coming back to center. And then walking our hands out forward as we inhale, shoulders coming over, hands, hips coming down low, keeping our knees down. We're in a kneeling plank. Exhaling as we lower all the way down to the floor. Pressing down with our palms, inhaling as we just lift the crown of the head. Maybe the chest comes up a little bit. And then pushing down, exhaling as we come all the way up and back into child's pose. So moving through these four poses, our kneeling plank, all the way down to the floor, inhaling up, finding a baby cobra, and exhaling back to child's pose. Moving with our breath. So maybe if you're breathing faster than me, or maybe if you're breathing slower than me, the speed of these is a little bit less or more. Taking one last flow and returning to our child's pose. Tucking our toes under our feet. Preparing to move into a downward facing dog. So as we inhale, we're going to press our heels down, lift our knees, extend our legs long, bring our ears in between our elbows, and then just pedal out our feet a little bit as we find down dog. Feeling the stretch in the back of our legs. And then maybe lifting and lowering the heels a few times, feeling that length through the back of the legs. And walking our feet into our hands, softening our knees, taking a big breath in, sweeping our arms out to the side, hinging back to upright. And exhaling as we come back, bringing our hands to our side, turning our shoulders, our palms forward.